A square root of a number is another number which, when squared, will equal the first number. So simply put, if I have the square root of 25, that is equal to 5. A rational number can only be written in number form as a never-ending, non-repeating decimal. So probably the most famous example of that is pi. So we kind of round that to 3.14, but it's 3.14159, and it goes on forever. We can't write it exactly as a fraction or anything else. It's a non-repeating decimal. That's different to, let's say, 2/9. If you put that in your calculator, you'll find it's 0.2 and it repeats itself. A surd is the square root of a whole number which produces an irrational number. You can simplify a surd if one of the factors is a square number greater than 1. So probably one of the square numbers we use every day, or the roots shall I say, is for like A4 or A3 paper. So if you take this length here and multiply that by root 2, we'll get that length there. So we've kind of got a scale factor of root 2. And if you put root 2 in your calculator, it'll be something like 1.41. So when you enlarge, let's say, an A4 sheet to make that A3, on the photocopier it will say something like 141%, and that's why, because we put our two A4 pieces of paper together, that will make A3. That root 2 we cannot simplify in any way, in terms of that's how it is. I can't break it down in any way. In mathematics, an algebraic expression is an expression built up from constants, variables, and the algebraic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And there's various examples you will have seen of this, like 3x plus 4y, or x plus 4 divided by z. Importantly, we do not have an equals, so it does not equal anything. That would then be an equation or a formula. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter such as x or y, that may take any value from a given range of values. So for instance, let's say we take c equals pi d, which we've used to find the circumference of a circle. C and d are variables. They can change. The given range is my diameter's got to be greater than 0, otherwise I can't have a circle. If you can think of a circle, I have the diameter going across and the circumference is the distance around the outside of the circle. That diameter has to have a positive value, as does the circumference. These two can vary, and I can get bigger and larger circles, but pi, which we'll move on to next, is a constant, and that does not vary. That's fixed. That's 3.14159, so on and so forth. That number does not change. We don't get different values for pi. A constant is a number whose value is fixed. So we've got numbers such as pi, 3.14. That number does not change. Also other famous numbers such as phi, golden ratio, 1.618. Again, that is a fixed number. Sometimes we'll see that as a and b, and it'll say these are constants and they won't change. So we've previously seen this, such as looking at the nth term, I've had an squared plus bn plus c, and a, b and c are numbers that are fixed, they're constants. The n is our whole number, but it can change, such as the first term, second term, so on and so forth. The terms in a simple algebraic expression are quantities that are linked to each other by means of a plus or minus. Like terms are those terms that are completely identical in the respect of their variable. So if we take, for instance, 3x plus 5y minus 2x, these are all terms. These separate parts like 3x or 5y. The like terms would be the 3x and the 2x, and I can simplify that. So I'll end up with 3x minus 2x is 1x, or just x, and then we've got our 5y. Simplify algebraic expressions. To simplify an algebraic expression, we gather all like terms. So if we have, let's say, 5x squared plus 2x plus 3x squared plus 5x, my like terms here, I'll have the 5x squared and the 3x squared, and I'll grab, for that 3x squared, I'll grab the symbol that's in front of it. That's really important when we're dealing with negatives. The x squared and the x are not like terms, so the power has to be the same for both of those. So we've got 5x squared plus 3x squared gives us 8x squared, and then we've got 2x plus 5x gives us 7x. I cannot simplify that any further.